We are joined by the manager of the Toronto Blue Jays, John Gibbons. Good morning, Mr. Gibbons.
Good morning.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Just trying to figure out how you're going to win some games in the Bronx.
Oh gosh. I mean, it's been a rough go. It's early in this season, though. I will say that, but we of course everybody knows we didn't win one last year. I think it goes back even further than that. Somebody told me the other day 20-something out is, I don't know, 20-something.
Yeah, you do know the last time you won a game as a manager in Yankee Stadium, I was playing right field for you.
Well, there's the problem.
No, I'm just kidding, but it has been. It seems that way, I think.
Well, you know what? I mean, you win. It's always been a tough place to win, but this is stretching a little bit far. But it's just as tough, to win in Fenway Park, and we've never had any problem doing that. So I don't know what it is. And of course, we're getting outplayed. I mean, there's no secret there. And then let's face it, we got to play better. We're sitting on a good year, so we're going to have to win some games here. I'll put it that way.
John Gibbons joining Kevin Barker and Jeff Blair on Baseball Central, brought to you by Home Hardware. Let's get the medical report out of the way. We saw Brett Laurie get hit on his left hand, same hand as he fractured in 2011. X-rays were negative. That is the second time in a week he's been hit in that hand. I know you've got to wait till he gets to the park today, John, but how concerned are you about how short-handed you might be, given the fact that I guess we're still waiting to see whether Adam Lind is good to go, too?
Right. Well, Jeff, yeah, I mean, Brett may need a day off, but you know what? He's a tough guy, though. I mean, he's one guy he's going to suck it up and give it everything he's got every day, and he answers the bell. But it may be in his best interest, I mean, that thing swelled up on him pretty good. I mean, he was hit, like a few days ago on the same hand, different spot. But luckily the X-rays came back negative both times. So, but we'll see. We'll see how he is today. And as far as Lindy, I mean, he's getting better. He's moving around better, and hopefully maybe tonight there may be a spot. At least he can come in and pinch hit or something. And then of course we go to Cincinnati, so we won't have the DH. So that'll buy him a little more time anyway. Maybe some possible pinch hitting appearances.
Now, Gibby, I'm sure you've managed some teams that on your team that one or two guys were struggling offensively. What do you do as a manager when, say, 3/4 of the team is struggling?
Yeah.
That's the $1 million question, isn't it?
Get a new team? Is that what you're looking for? No. You know what? Hey, Bark, you're exactly right. I mean, but that's the way baseball goes. I mean, if you really sit back and think and analyze what you guys have seen over the years, and teams play good, through stretches, and then they hit those lulls, and then they play good. And I mean, it's just kind of the way it is. You play so many games, you play them every day. The key is the good teams. What they do is they limit the downside of that. But I've been looking around baseball this year, and there's some teams that have pretty much gone through the same thing we are. They're playing good, and they hit that spot. There's so much parity in the game. Very rarely do teams just run away with something and leave the pack behind. So you just got to wither the storm and keep it to a minimum. That's the key. We're at the. It'd be nice for a nice win in New York City. Would do a lot for the tough stretch we're on, plus our psyche here in New York. So hopefully that comes tonight. We got maybe got our stopper on the mound tonight in Hutch.
Hey John, what are your options with Brett Cecil on the DL?
Well, let's see. It's probably gonna be Steve Delabar coming back today.
Okay, so he can come back. There's no all right.
Yeah, with an injury in the DL, he can come back today. So.
But considering the fact you sent him down to work in his location, everything, it's not your preferred choice, obviously.
No, we wanted him to go down there get a few outings in just to iron some things out. But actually, before we did send him down, I mean, there was a couple outings, especially the other night in Baltimore. I think he looked better than he had in a while. But you know what? He's a part of this team. He's experienced, so he's the best guy to come back.
Now, I saw that Bautista got his 1,000th hit last night. How huge has he been for you guys, just from a mental aspect, as a manager?
Well, Bark, he's steady. Every day he shows up to play. He gives it his all, and he's productive. On both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, and and that's huge. There's in the game of baseball, I mean, there's certain guys on different teams you can just pencil in the lineup. You know what you're going to get. They're going to be there every day, and he's one of those type of players. And gives the team and the manager and coaches a lot of comfort. Because he's very reliable and he's a good player. He's one of the better players in the game.